Good day, everybody. It's Trent Klarenbach with Klarenbach Research. Today is August the 5th, 2025, and I want to take a look at Chicago wheat here this morning. Now, this is the monthly continuous Chicago wheat futures chart, and yeah, you can see a couple trend lines on here. I want you to ignore these trend lines for now, but take a look at these moving averages. The green one overhead's the green 50-month moving average. The purple is the 200-month moving average. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. I want to show you, I got this box here. Now you might recall, this is months ago we brought this box to your attention, and we took a look at this pattern formed inside this box, and it looks very similar to the pattern formed here from, well, 2018 up to our high in 2022 and what's shaping up today. So we want to take a look at the pattern. You can see, had the nice rally, stage 2 markup, and then obviously we entered into a stage 4 decline. The same thing is happening here, but take a look at the relationship between these moving averages. Now you can see back here in 1997 we got above that 50-month moving average, and from a failed move came fast move down, and then we broke that 200-month moving average, found a little bit of support there, rallied up again to test the 50-month moving average. The same thing was happening back here, 2003, 2004. Very similar price pattern. Look how once we below this declining 200-month moving average, we had a couple retests of it, I would say, back here, and then we had quite a significant decline from there. Let's get our tape measure out here and see. That was approximately a 33% move lower after we did not find support from that 200-month moving average. What does that mean for us? Well, if we go from here and do a measured move down, we're looking at, well, what's that number? 365, somewhere in there, 360, 370. Maybe we get down to here to 390 to this previous support level. I mean, this is called the fractal. So if this fractal plays out similar than it did back in the late 90s, early 2000s, then we can anticipate a 30% drop in Chicago wheat values from here. Now, yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at, and that's something we need to be aware of, the possibility of it happening. And let's take a look at the weekly chart. And you will recall that we've had these trend lines on here, right? This blue horizontal, the red diagonal. And we identified this as a descending triangle. And I did discuss how the closer we get to this apex, the likelihood of having this descending triangle pattern complete and we move lower gets reduced. And, well, we didn't quite get to the apex of the triangle. I thought maybe we had got far enough that the likelihood of it playing out and going to lower was reduced, but as in this market, you never say never. So last week we had a closing price of 516.75. That was the lowest closing week price dating back to August of 2020, so a 5-year low essentially. And right now we're making new yearly lows. The price is going lower, so we want to be aware of where the trend is. I mean, this trend line, we might get a rally up to this trend line again for a retest before it moves lower. We usually anticipate that'll happen. Right now we're trading at 507. The round numbers of 5 acted as some support, I would argue, back here in May. Perhaps they'll do it again, but this just looks like it wants to continue moving lower, so I have to remain bearish. I suggest to all people to manage their risk accordingly and have a plan in place to make some profits on the way down, but also have stops in place so you don't get, if this market reverses, you don't get taken out, and it's a big loss, larger loss than you want. The daily chart, let's go to the daily chart. Yeah, a little more wiggles and squiggles on there. We're below all our moving average and all our on the weekly and the daily time frames, and it does not look, it's not what we want to see in the market. So again, manage your risk accordingly, take necessary precautions. I'd be really interested to see how it handles this $5 level. Again, it's a psychologically significant round number. Maybe we get a rally from there. Maybe it acts as support, get a rally back up to this 520 level, this trend line. But until we see that happening or see some signs of strength, it's really difficult to count on that happening. We can anticipate it, but we can't count on it at this point. My name is Trent Klarenbach. It's sunny in Saskatoon. Life's good.